So I've got some snake eggs here. JayDog's visiting us, and you've never cut a clutch before, right?
No, I did get to hold reticulated python that was still in the egg in March of 2017 when we did our Facebook live stream video.
2017? That's decades ago.
Where did the time go?
Okay, so I'm going to open a few and then I'm going to show you. So this little guy was our first one to pop out. You can see he's all ready to go. See that right there? We're going to pop those little guys out. There's his belly button. So
that's
cute.
Not a normal, right?
This isn't normal. It's actually, I mean, so here at Prehistoric, creating a normal is very hard for us. It is I think it's going to prove out to be a het genetic stripe het albino because I've seen some of its siblings. We, just like normal, we have more than one possible dad because Tim was involved, and so that always happens.
I saw that video where there was no father.
No father at all. That's called parthenogenesis.
Yeah, that's right.
And
isn't that pretty rare?
You know what? It's happened here before, but we can't control it. So I can't just decide, hey, I want a clutch that has no dad and just go for it. It just happens sometimes with the females. So we're opening this up right now. And it looks like we've got another genetic stripe here. So this one is carrying the genes that would make this snake right here, which is a genetic stripe. And I like to come and give them just their first breath. So I break right through that sac there and let them get that breath, but then we leave them the rest of the way in there so they can come out and have their own birthday. So you saw how I did that? So you want to put your finger in and then you're going to slide it right around the other two. You feel comfortable doing that?
Okay.
You want to make it so you're going to cut your finger.
Yeah, this is my very first time.
Okay.
And
put your finger in and all squishy in there. Okay, bring the razor blade. Okay, let me show you. You want to bring the razor blade around like that.
Okay.
So stick your hand that you don't need to use for that. There you go. Perfect. This is reminding me of my first time doing it. It took me so long to cut the clutch. I had seen it so many times. Try putting the razor blade in the hole and then pulling towards you. There you go. You got this.
First time.
Perfect. And once you get a little bit in there, if you feel more comfortable, you can rip it a little bit instead of using the blade. There we go. Good job. Who do we got in there? Oh, you have the one that's going to prove who the dad is. Okay, we see in here? Let's give it a little yank here. Let me come on the other side. I'll give it a little rip.
Oh,
look at that! This one's gonna be.
Oh, what a cute
this is a
return.
Mochino genetic stripe.
I've held that before.
Yeah, so we know who the dad is. It's the Mochino het genetic stripe.
Heterozygous, which remind me again what heterozygous means. Isn't that where it's a gene that's passed on to the babies?
So this one is het genetic stripe and het albino. So if you bred two of these normal looking snakes together, you could produce this snake. Even though you can't see it in this one, it carries those genes.
It has the potential to carry it on in its children.
Yeah, this one's 100% het. So let me come through and I'll cut some more here.
Isn't this snake a little cutie, everybody?
It is a cutie.
Oh my
goodness. We just had a clutch of these last week, and this is actually only half of this clutch. So we've got a pretty good ratio here. So this is a regular albino. This one looks like a lavender. This one right here
looks does, because I can see a little bit of like purplish color.
And then this one's a Mochino. So I just sent out a newsletter for Buy a Reptile. If any of you guys are actually looking to buy one of these snakes, we send out weekly deals. And in this week's newsletter, I talked about the different types of albinos. Because there's not just one type of albino. When you say you want an albino reticulated python, now you have to ask, do you want white albino? Do you want lavender albino?
Do you want purple albino?
Purple? Do you want Mochino? Do you want
titanium?
Blonde? Do you want amal? It gets complicated. So this right here is a T negative albino. That's one of your normal albinos. It's white, lavender, and Clark. Those are all Clark strain. White, lavender, and purple.
Those are what?
It's called a Clark strain albino. So they all work together. That's after Bob Clark. He's one of the original guys here in Retics. But recently we've added the Mochino. Let's see if I can just on cue pull out a Mochino here. You guys think I can do it? Oh my gosh, look, I did it.
You
must be related to Jay.
Your prediction came true.
So this one here is the opposite. It's called a T positive albino, and it looks a little bit different than what you'd expect an albino to be, right?
I mean, it's like
it's dark.
Look at the difference in color.
Yeah. So this T positive albino, the Mochino, is compatible with our Clark strain albinos. So if you bred these two together, which is what we did, you'd get some that would look like this and some that would look like that. But
so these are all from the same mother.
They are all from the same mom. All of these from the same mom, same dad. Almost never happens at Prehistoric. Okay, you ready to try and cut another one? Okay, remember, stick your finger in and then slide the razor through that hole, okay?
All right.
There's some movement in that one.
Then there's also one other type of albino that is not compatible with any of these. Oh, there's more than one, but we're going to talk about one more. There's the Amel, Rhapsody, and Blonde. Those are all compatible, and it's like a whole nother strain. So not compatible with the Clark strain, but they work just the same way. So if you think of Amel is equal to a white albino, Rhapsody is equal to a lavender albino, and the Blonde is equal to a purple albino. There you go. Stick your finger in there so that you can hold it up and make sure you're going to cut your own finger. We cut our own fingers here before we cut the snakes. We've never cut a snake and we don't want to, right?
Right.
You don't want that to be on your record.
Yeah, for the safety of the snakes.
Okay, you want to give it a little rip now? Yeah, there you go.
And that's what you're seeing, that red stuff, that's the egg yolk being broken.
The veins.
They there you go. There you go. I see it.
Come out. Here, let me give him a little, his first breath there. There we go. So this is, he's going to bring his head out, a double het.
Double heterozygous.
Hi there, little cutie.
Okay, I'm trying to think of any other fun, so hets are recessive genes. So we have some genes that if you breed one of these to a normal, it's going to produce one that looks like that, but it's going to carry that gene. So that means it's a recessive gene. It takes the gene on both sides to create a visual version. But there's some genes like tiger and motley and golden child we were talking about earlier.
I've heard of those.
Those all are codom genes. And that means you only need it on one side. So you could breed a golden child to a normal looking reticulated python and you would produce both golden childs and normal reticulated pythons. So it's an easy way to get those genes over, but we like the long-term projects. We're okay with that.
Yeah, I saw that video where it took you 17 years to produce a very special world's first genetic
I think that
variation
was
of the reticulated python.
An anthrax albino. I have only been alive so long. I was there when they started that project, but I was definitely not thinking about breeding retics at that time.
Yeah, you were probably thinking of something else.
I was thinking about maybe graduating from elementary school. So we've got another double het in here. And so we leave these guys in the eggs. I just bring them out just a little bit to get that first breath, but we leave them in until they absorb all of that sac. They get that first meal.
That looks like a tiger.
Stripe,
oh, okay.
But not an albino. So,
okay.
But it carries the albino gene. So JayDog is one of our most regular YouTube commenters. I don't think a video goes by that you don't comment on.
Not that I can think of.
We've been working really hard to try and keep some new content coming to you guys. I've been uploading new videos on Saturdays and Mondays, so that way you can get it right as you're enjoying your relaxing weekend off, and just about when you come into work and you're realizing the weekend's over and you're wishing that wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
There's another Mochino genetic stripe. We're doing, I think the odds are almost perfect in this clutch.
Yeah.
For the ratios of what we're supposed to get. So we have done really well. And all of our snakes have been happy, healthy. Nobody's had any issues. We had last week some snakes that we didn't cut and unfortunately just didn't make it. So there's really a reason that we cut these eggs. It's not just because we're impatient, even though we do love them. Look, you can see right there, that's what it needs to digest before it comes out.
Yeah, it's for the health of the
all
snakes.
All that goop.
It's for the health of the snakes so that they survive.
Okay, the last one. I'm going to cut half of it, you cut half of it, okay?
Gotcha.
Team effort?
Yeah, darn right.
What is
hashtag living the dream.
Team living the dream.
Team hashtag living the dream, everybody.
Okay, so let me get it started here.
Whoa.
Okay, now you come on in and you finish that up for me. Finger in and then slice. Cut yourself, not the snake. Okay, JayDog's got it. Look at this. A couple eggs in and you're a pro. You're faster now. You're cleaner. Keeping the snakes safe.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Mm-hmm. What do you got there? You guys can see it before I can. Oh,
there it is.
Double head.
Hello,
He's coming out. You got to see his birthday. How big is that?
Little one.
So thank you so much for watching with us. Thanks for joining me, JayDog, helping.
Of course,
You're
always
pro.
glad to help
That means
out.
you have to do a slimy high five. That's like what your first
Very
time.
little slime.
Oh, dang
thankfully.
it. You got to teach me how not to get slimy.